Hello and welcome to my vlog. I'm Zach and I'm going to be talking about some everyday consumer behaviors that I like to participate in. Specifically, these guys. Now this is a Warhammer Middle-earth miniature. And I'm going to take you through all the steps of purchasing, painting, and the final product. But first, I need some paints. So let's go do that. So I'm back home. I have my little mini here, and I bought him from a friend. So he's already been primed black, but not very well. So we're just going to quickly grab this can here. We're going to give it a little bit of a quick spray, just to even it out a little bit along the edges and underneath. Just like that, we are done, and he is fully primed and ready to go. So we will go start to paint him. While I apply the first base coat, let's talk about the first concept of consumer behavior I want to discuss. Marketing's impact on consumer behavior through culture, specifically popular culture. I've been watching The Lord of the Rings since I was around 3 years old. So when I discovered through talking to a friend that they have Warhammer miniatures that you can paint and play, that nostalgic attachment helped guide my consumer behavior. By consuming these products, I was then integrated into the world of Warhammer, which is a real feeling of integration that I felt once I started joining Facebook groups and regularly discussing with friends. This shared connection to a movie series invited me into a larger community of like-minded individuals and aided in retaining me as a repeat customer. The second concept of consumer behavior that I would discuss is the stages of decision making. I begin in the problem of recognition stage, where I identified the problem that needed to be fixed. This problem was the close connection that it would bring to my friends and the fear of missing out on these opportunities. In other words, my actual state was lower than my ideal state with this purchase. I then began an external information search by asking all my friends what seemed like 1,000 questions about the game and everything that I could do and create. I also looked online at some examples of what others had achieved in this hobby, which led me to the conclusion of starting an Isengard army. The evaluation of alternative step was the easiest in my decision-making process, as there was only one real brand to choose from, Warhammer. They produce all the miniatures, meaning I used an evoked set of alternatives which only contained them. So this is what he's looking like after the first set. Bases, pretty rough go. Just want to get on all the colours for the time being, but looking not too bad. He is a little wet there, which means I have applied a wash. That will just make all those spots much darker, give him a bit more depth. But yeah, the next step is going to be fixing up his face, his skin, and that cloak. When the final decision stage came about, it was decided through product signaling, which came to me in the form of nostalgia and social connections, that this brand was able to tick all of the boxes that would help my actual state reach my ideal state. The post-decision evaluation was very positive, as it provided me with the satisfaction of starting a new hobby, and my friends were all extremely happy, which further assured me that I had made the correct consumer purchase. From my decision-making process, I ended with a satisfactory result that also influenced others through word of mouth. And soon, 2 more of my friends had made their first purchases. From this initial consumption process, this brand gained 3 new customers who now, 6 months past, still have very high loyalty to their products. For the final consumer behavior concept, I'm going to identify the psychographic and behavioral segmentation that impacted my consumer behavior. Some of the psychographic factors that I use to impact this purchase are: I enjoy being creative, I enjoy time to myself and winding down, I enjoy hobbies, fantasy books and movies such as The Lord of the Rings. I am a person in the middle class and I'm quite frugal with my money. Some of the behavioral factors that I use to impact this purchase are: I find that I sit in a variety seeking buying behavior. I'm a promotional buyer and I often wait for products to be cheaper or search for better sales in different stores. For purchases that I deem expensive, I'm very loyal to brands. If I'm satisfied with a product, I'm very likely to repurchase. Here we are, the final model. Not looking too bad at all. Took me a couple hours, but very happy with how this one turned out.